Hello, welcome to Sageology. I'm Amythyst. We are doing April 2022 New Moon Collective Read today. I have jotted down some information as I usually do when I do moon readings and things. And it's quite interesting, the stuff that's come up today. So I'd really be interested myself to know what's going to come out in the cards. I've pre-shuffled a whole heap of cards that are already up, but sometimes it just saves time. It knocks about 3 or 4 minutes off a whole video when I do pre-shuffle, but I still have all the other decks out, which I will pull it out as needed. I do not use WhatsApp. I do not cold canvas. If anybody's mimicking or trolling me or my channel, please report to YouTube or myself. If you do want to find me, you can get my dates in the description. Thank you very much. So this is the messages that I've written down of the overall energy to do with the April new moon for 2022. Basically, it's kicked off by the inner child and self-care and new beginnings. So it's about moving at a comfortable pace and not rushing, as that may manifest accidents or missing key insights or information that you need for this next chapter of your life. This new moon in Aries gives people space to address their old wounds and their painful past, to bring true healing and to see the end of cycles and to see new ones forming, and to receiving and reviewing the energy from old behaviors and old patterns and old habits. However painful that may be, the balance here is to have emotional stability. That is the aim, and not to come from an analytical space. New projects and new chapters are highlighted, and there could be some travel for people, and there'd be better communication across the board for everybody in family relationships, professional relationships, platonic and romantic, all of the above. Overall, it will be a busy month, the month of April. Again, it is kicked off by the inner child, self-care and new beginnings. There could be a lot of wounds come up for you at this time, or old wounds to do with your loved ones, and there will be a pattern that you see there, and it might feel painful. You might feel bruised by somebody's opinions or thoughts on your life, or how you approach things or how you don't approach things and stuff like that. And that's quite important, to not come from that in an analytical space and feel like a victim, or to feel like you've been singled out, but really listen to the messages that come through however they come to you, because there is growth and healing here, but it will be quite painful. It's about letting go of past relationships, past wounds, childhood issues that we've had with our parents, things like that, and really nurturing our inner child and giving our inner child some self-love and some self-care. So let's keep going on here. It's a really great month though, mind you, and it's a great new moon. Fantastic energy for new projects, and new chapters are highlighted. So, go hard. Okay, you will hear a bit of noise around me. That is my puppy. She is chewing her toys and messing around out in the back area of the house where I'm sitting. Let's get into this. We've got a whole heap of cards here. So your first card for the April new moon for 2022 is a base chakra blessing for soul vitality and stoic foundations that support the manifestation of my heart's true beauty for the highest good. Wow. I'll read that quickly again. A base chakra blessing for soul vitality and stoic foundations that support the manifestation of my heart's true beauty for the highest good. Whoa. So straight away you need to do some root chakra stuff. Look at this. This card's popping right now. It's just beautiful. So you need to do some work on your root chakra, because that's where that stability is giving you the anchor to pull the energy forward for release for what's going on with the new moon. Okay, so I pulled out this butterfly cloth today, and I put out one of the butterfly decks that I have, purely because even though this new moon isn't about transformation, in a sense it is. It's about new projects and new beginnings and whatever it is that you bring forward for yourself. So I figured it was pretty cool to pull out some butterfly stuff. All right, first card is, whoa, be true to you. Religion and spirituality. Oh, the Ulysses butterfly. And windfall. Okay. Hang on a minute. Let me just channel. What would you like to say, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so Spirit's saying, with the Be True to You card, this is basically about you being true on your path, your authentic self, really acknowledging what doesn't work for you, really acknowledging what toxicity you hold in your own mindset that's limiting your growth or your beliefs and things like that. Really making sure that what you're working on at this time in your life is not limiting you to have that vitality for your soul, to have that growth and coming forward from that heart's desire. Just be mindful. You don't have to beat yourself up. You don't have to beat up others either. You just need to go, you know what, I probably am a bit toxic towards myself, or I probably am a bit stale or stagnant in certain areas of my life, and I really need to start working on those things now, so future energies down the line, I can actually step through them healthily. And that religion and spirituality card, well, that speaks for itself. Spirit's saying that you really need to pull on whatever it is that you class as your go-to at this time, whether it is a religious backing for you or just spirituality. You need to work with that at this time. Work with your spirit guides, work with Mary, work with Jesus, work with certain deities, work with Buddha, whatever it is, work with your ancestors, work with whatever you are drawn to at this time to really help you through this new moon energy, because there will be a lot of releasing and letting go from this new moon. And we've got windfall. Spirit's saying for some of you that are waiting for a payout or a payment of some description, it is coming, it's about to hit. But for those of you that have any concerns or aren't worried about money or don't, the door just shut. How crazy. The door just shut. I'm home on my own and my screen door just fully shut. Okay. So somebody's here, a male ancestor. Somebody is here to let you know that you've got money about to hit your bank or your life somehow, okay? And it mightn't be money in your hand, but it could be money, a whole heap of bills have been paid for you, or you've just, had a free service done in your car, or you've got something important like that happening for you, which has saved you having to come up with the money that you didn't have, for example, or the money that you didn't want to tap into. So this is the windfall. But if it's not about finances for some people, for others, it's about your spiritual windfall. You're being true to yourself. It's about bringing in all those rewards that you know are yours, that you've worked on and you've strived hard for to push through these traumas that you've had from childhood and things like that. This is my own deck, the Women's Complete Oracle. It's published around the world. Return to sender. Wow. Energy doesn't lie. Yeah. And on the rise with thick thighs. Okay, Spirit, what do we want to say here? Spirit is saying, return to sender. And that is coming from yourself, being true to yourself. What doesn't serve you, return back out to source and say, thank you very much for that experience. Please transmute this pain or these traumatic experiences or the energy about how I feel in myself about some childhood wounds or some past relationships, etc. Please, Spirit, take that energy, transmute it and send it back into the universe, because energy doesn't lie. Please take this pain from me. Please let me get through this comfortably so I can actually get on the rise with my thick thighs, so I can move up through my spiritual growth. I can not have these things hanging over me or holding on to me anymore, because you mightn't be toxic. You mightn't be a toxic person in any sense of the word, but some of the behaviors that you're working within yourself could be, and it could be self-sabotaging behaviors by eating certain foods you shouldn't because it makes you unwell, or not getting enough sleep, or drinking too much alcohol, or just whatever it could be, just whatever it is that you would know. You need to be mindful that you're not limiting your own growth. So you're on the rise with thick thighs. Again, this is a killer month, fantastic month for new projects and new chapters. And there could be some travel for you, and there will be a better communication across every relationship style that you have in your life, and it will be quite a busy month. Again, I've written down, it's about moving at a comfortable pace, and as rushing may manifest accidents or manifesting missing key insights or information because you're trying to rush and go, well, I've got to get this done. There's no time frame, but don't sit back over the next 18 months and go, oh, I'm working on it. No. You need to get it going now and dig deep. And this will affect others as well. As I said, this new moon in Aries gives space to address old wounds and painful pasts, to bring true healing and to see the end of cycles and to see new ones forming. And it's about reviewing old behaviors and old habits, however painful they may be, but emotionally remaining balanced is the aim, and not coming from an analytical space. And not to feel like you're victimized or singled out because somebody's mentioned to you something that you didn't want to hear because you weren't ready to address. They weren't put in your space. They haven't said those things to be cold-hearted or cruel. they've said those things because Spirit has used them as a conduit at that time to try and kickstart and boost your energy for this month of April. Amazing. So on the rise with thick thighs, you're ascending, you're moving up, you're growing, you've got growth going on here. Use the energy from this month. Start a diet regime, change your eating habits, go on a spiritual detox as well. People don't like to talk about spiritual detoxes, or it doesn't get brought up in the spiritual community as an overall, but a spiritual detox is really important. Sometimes you might be watching too many documentaries, you might be watching too many pick a cards, you might be watching or you know, posting a plethora of memes and spiritual stuff online, and it's like bang, 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 bang. You just need to have a break and pull back from that and have a little spiritual detox, and that's where that religion and spirituality card comes in. You need to just come back to your creator, whoever you class as your source, and your ancestors and spirit guides and deities and angels that you work with, and just come back to basic. Just come back to that real basic, having faith as your faith. Having faith is your faith. And we've got some dragon cards here. I love this little deck. It's not little. Oh, wisdom. Whoa, I love this card. Woo! Oh, chills, chills, chills. Oh, that sensation ran right through my heart chakra and across my chest. That is so beautiful. So be wise. There's some lessons to be learnt here. Don't feel like a victim. Don't beat yourself up. Just go, you know what? Or the people around you that you're watching this for, you know, just come from that space of wisdom. Go, yeah, you know what, it's true. I really need to have some growth going on here. Whatever's going on for my highest good, okay, because there's manifestation of my heart's true beauty for the highest good. So whatever your higher self wants you to attain or ascertain or to achieve is now coming through in this lower vibrational 3D energy type of thing. Wow, I've just had these very similar conversations with somebody on a phone last night. I had no idea this is what the April new moon energy was about at all at the time until this morning. So it says speak your dreams. Beautiful look. See how there's some cobwebs going on here? So that could be a multiple meaning scenario here. It could mean that you need to dust off your thoughts, your feelings, get away from stale, stagnant behaviors and step forward now. Speak your truth, speak your authenticity, come from that space of knowing, okay, I really need to have a kick in the behind to get propelling forward in this next space of my life, because I deserve it and I'm entitled to it. If you do have some childhood wounds that stem back from in utero, from parents or other siblings that have caused you a lot of grief when you were younger and things like that, really work with this at this time. Do a lot of base chakra stuff. I will put some base chakra stuff up on my private group, Sageology, today after I've done this video. Wow, man, insane. So what else we got? I'm going to pull a couple of these cards here. I've got some of these Tatiana cards. Can I have a couple of these, please, Spirit? Or can I have 3? 1, 2. Oh, there we go. There's 3. Woo! So, first card that came out was a Tower. Now, this is that message, as I said earlier, that you don't need to rush this energy. You need to just be moving at a comfortable pace, because rushing may manifest accidents or missing key insights or information. Okay, so this is just a warning. This is a red flag right here going, don't rush things. Don't overlook things. Don't get a bee in your bonnet about things. You don't want to have a tower moment. The light's on in the tower. You probably can't see it, but there's like an orb, sort of a hue in the background, and Spirit is guiding you at this time. It's like Spirit's with you. You've got this orb behind you going, we're with you, we're guiding you. You're not alone. You're not on your own. But what you do need to do is sidestep the possibility of having an aha moment which makes you sick. So if you push against this too hard, or push too hard to rush through it, or other people in your life, for example, you may get sick. You may get the cold. You might feel like have cold and flu symptoms even though you don't have a cold. You could end up in bed. You could pull an injury in your leg. You could have incidences happen. As I said, small accidents may happen, minor accidents, because you need to slow down on that growth, but be consistent with it every day. And we've got the dog. Dogs always represent loyalty to me. You are loyal to yourself. Be true to yourself. If you know in your heart that you have to work on some things, use this new moon in Aries to push through that. It's a really good new moon. It's like a wonderful opportunities for new prospects, new projects, new beginnings, new mindsets, new ideas, removing old habits, old patterns, old beliefs. Do some DNA activations, do some crystalline energy work, do some starseed stuff. If you don't know what your starseed is, or you really want to delve deeper a little into who your starseed beings are, if you are a starseed, well, to be honest, every single human on the planet's a starseed. So, I don't know why it gets categorized as, oh, we're starseeds and they're not starseeds, because every human on the planet is a starseed. but you need to maybe work with those things. But do have that bit of spiritual detox. Do pull back a bit. If you've got a channel, as I do, you know, I've got a page, I've got a channel, I've got a group, things like that. Obviously, you need to honour and adhere to those parts of your life because it's your way of life. It's what you do. It's how you are. But when it comes to maybe giving out free readings or giving free information or whatever it is, really have that spiritual detox and just come back to basics and focus on the principles of your faith. I mean, we've got the woman here. Now, this is that feminine energy. Now, this is woman's a bride. She's holding a bouquet. So this could be about marrying your energy. This could be about, you know, having that institution energy styled marriage to your pain, to your heartache, like, you know, the ball and chain aspect, for example. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to work on? Mirror yourself, work with your inner child, maybe do some inner child meditations and stuff and have a good time with that. Like, don't feel like you can't have growth from that. There's a lot of like pinky reds here, so there's definitely all this heart chakra, there's definitely all this root chakra stuff going on. So what else we got here? A bouquet. All right, or a basket of flowers. It was upside down. So get into your element. Go out into the open. Go out into the seasons. If it's raining where you are or winter's about to hit or what have you, like for me it's autumn, for some of you guys it's spring. Get outdoors. Spend some time outdoors and ground, earth, ground. And I'm not fucking around. Get out there and you spend as much time in that energy as you can. It could just be every afternoon when you get home from work, you go stand out in the back and have 15 minutes of just earth time. You have to do it every single day. Do it for the whole month. We've got snake, shedding skin, transmutation, transformation. Things are changing. Things are growing. We've got puppy. Oi, be quiet, please. Enough, baba. We've got changes going on here, and as I said, transformation. Even though this month isn't about transformation, this new moon isn't about transformation. In a sense, it is about transforming pain and letting go of old wounds to open doors for new growth for things for you. And the other card we've got here is the 4-leaf clover. Okay, however you want to hold that card. So luck is on your side. Spirit's got your back. Again, similar colors here. We've got some purples coming out here. We've got some throat and some heart chakra, or however you want to see that color. We've got pinks and purples and the reds. So you're on the right path. You're doing what you need to be doing. I'm getting told that somebody might need to journal, or you might do an audio log and just really listen to what you have to say, channel, work with yourself, get into meditative states, you know. Commando around town, this card came out last week when I used my deck. It's about standing in your power. It's about, and it mightn't even be around town. Sorry, I just paused the video for a minute. I was talking to my pet, my baby dog. It's about standing in your authentic power, and not so much around town, but in your spiritual community. It's about coming from that religious and spirituality background, coming back to faith, sticking back to what you need to stick with. And we've got jealousy as a disease, and this came out last week as well. And it doesn't mean jealousy is in people are jealous of you. It could be, but it just means in general, don't make yourself sick over what could have been at different times of your life. Don't stew over the heartache and the pain that you've been through from different relationships and stuff. Let it go. Work through that. I'm not saying you're jealous, but the energy from that card today, that's what's coming out. Jealousy is a disease. You're going to get sick if you harbour those thoughts and pain and heartache. We've got healthcare change, and again we've got the chakra, the colours here, a bit of root stuff going on. So healthcare change, and I did say change your diet or what have you. Join in, yeah. Maybe find like-minded people. Maybe find a group on YouTube. Some channels that have some of this information. Maybe find a group on Facebook. You know, maybe. Sorry, I just had to pause the video again because my cat and my dog, my puppy, were having a bit of a domestic, and that could mean something to you as well. But join in, find like-minded people that you can trust and you can talk to. You might need to go to a counsellor. You might really need to have a conversation with a loved one that you've been putting off for a long time now, or that person could be deceased and you feel like you've missed that opportunity to ever have that conversation with them. But remember, you're getting those blessings that you need. You're getting a base chakra blessing for your soul vitality and stoic foundations that support the manifestation of your heart's true beauty for the highest good. So everything we're working on right now is for the highest good of what we're doing. And we've got adult children. Again, we've got a bit of throat stuff going on here. We've got heart colors here, and we've got that root chakra. So just give the throat, the heart, and the root, give them a bit of a tune up. They all speak for themselves, I suppose. I mean, it's pretty obvious when those things come up. Spirit's saying that you are loved. Spirit wants you to know that you are really loved and that you are protected and you are divinely guided with this journey right now. That this might be the most painful leg of your journey with your spiritual growth for this year, the month of April. There could be some real genuine wounds that you're feeling or experiencing emotionally from yourself or from others. Wow, look at this. We've got the awakening card. Whoa. And look at that. It's got all the chakras going up there and the dragon's red. So there's no denying this. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, okay? This is an awakening. This could be the painful part. This is when we're ripping off the band-aids here, okay? Spiritually, all right? We've got to open your mind. Wow. So really tap into that crown chakra and the one above that, your soul star chakra. You've got your star up here, it's illuminated. You really need to get in contact with your star beings, whoever it is for you, and open your mind. Really come from that healthy space of what you need to work on to release those past pains that you've been through in your life. Can I just have one more of these, please? Oh, they're beautiful. I've got sweetgrass burning. I've had sweetgrass and a miraculous Mary incense and something else too. And we've got bliss. Oh, wow. So standing your power, this is your bliss here. It might seem a little painful. We've got the throat chakra stone going on here with some blue lightning sort of strikes going on around it. So as I said, this could be feel like a dark night of the soul for you. It may not be. A dark night of the soul doesn't, it happens over a whole lifespan. People don't just have a dark night of the soul for 18 months and go, oh, that was horrific, I'm done with that now. It comes in waves, and this is what Spirit's saying. Open your mind. You have a bit of an awakening coming from this. Adult children. Now, I didn't mention anything about this card, but that speaks for itself. As an adult, you need to work on your inner child, please. As an adult, you need to honor your inner child and have some time with him or her. Okay, and even if you're non-binary, even if you're genderless, regardless of what you've got going on, when you were a child, you know what gender you were, for example, and you need to work with that energy, all right? And you've got the bliss here. So pain and bliss are equal, and I have that written in one of my decks that I own. Pain and bliss are equal, and this is what's coming on here. And that's out of my ancestors deck, that card. Pain and bliss are equal. So there is some growth going on here, but it's a really good month. It might sound negative to you, what I'm saying in this reading, but I don't actually think it's negative at all. I think it's beautiful. I think it's wonderful and majestic and fantastic, because spirituality isn't always about love and light and blessed be, or sprinkling fucking fairy dust everywhere. It's dark, it's deep, it's gritty, it's dirty, it's grotty, it's like getting your hands in the mud, it's sand in your mouth. It's like real genuine situations here for people, and it's just as beautiful because of the awakening energy that's coming around that. You're right, you're on the rise with thick thighs. And the last two cards for this April new moon energy are, oh wow, I open my soul to the realm of the miraculous, where infinite resourcefulness, goodness, and generosity bestow abundant blessings endlessly. Wow, I just said I had a miraculous Mary incense burning today, and the word miraculous has come out in this card. Now, there's a whole heap of cards in this deck, okay? I open my soul to the realm of the miraculous, where infinite resourcefulness, goodness, and generosity bestow abundant blessings endlessly. Oh, amen to that. Blessed be. Exactly what I'm talking about. Amun Ra. Okay, this is exactly what I'm saying. There's a beautiful energy around this. There's a beautiful light that's involved in this. Now, there's pretty much every color of the chakra systems on here, as with this card. And your final card, oh, wow. Your final card, protection going on here, for your April new moon reading is a triquetra, and it says, triquetra of ancient wisdom protects my soul with sacred circles of rest and renewal, creativity and expressiveness, silence and spaciousness. Wow. So this is so beautiful. It makes perfect sense, because Spirit is saying to you, you've got the space right now. You've got the space to work on what you need to release. I've even written that down here. The new moon in Aries gives space to address old wounds and painful past, to bring true healing, and to see the end of cycles and new ones, and to see new ones forming. And it's about reviewing old behaviors and old habits, however painful, but emotionally balanced is the aim, and not coming from an analytical space. There is fantastic energy for new projects, and new chapters are highlighted. There could be some travel for people, whether it's astral or other. And there'll be way better communication with every different type of relationship we have in our life. And it's going to be a busy month overall with these energies, but it's kicked off by that inner child self-care and new beginnings type of vibe. So wow, bless, bless, bless. Much love. This is wicked. I can't wait to watch this back. I will watch this myself because I don't remember what I say when I channel sometimes. So much love. Peace out. Have a wonderful April, everyone. And I will be back with something else in the next couple of days. Love, Amethyst.